Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Today for Midweek Magic, we have Standard Pauper. We're here to play a game of Standard with only commons. This is not what we planned for today. Today is the release of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set on Arena, and originally scheduled it was going to be Jump In, but I guess we're playing Standard Pauper. So I threw together a cute little deck that is meant to melt our opponent's faces. We're playing Burn today. So let's talk about what we're doing. So ultimately, I didn't even tag the cards in the deck this time. All we care about is our mana curve, which looks ridiculous if you aren't like a Burn player, which ultimately I'm not. It's interesting to play this deck because I go against my sort of instinct as a Magic player to remove threats and instead say, that threat doesn't matter because it's going to kill me, but maybe slightly slower than I'll kill my opponent. So yeah, kind of strange. Regardless, we've got a bunch of direct damage in this deck mostly. Burst Lightning from Foundations, or back in Foundations, thank goodness, as a shock variant that we can kick to do 4 damage. We've got actual factual shock. We've got Plasma Bolt, which I love because it's a sorcery speed shock that becomes a sorcery speed lightning bolt if we have Void, if something has left the battlefield, and sometimes using one of our treasures to cast Plasma Bolt counts toward that. Of course, we're running Fanatical Firebrand, so we can get a little bit of direct damage, but also a hasty 1/1, and Dynamite Driver as sort of a backup to that. When it dies, it does a damage to any target. In our 2-drop slot, we're running Grab the Prize. It's basically Tormenting Voice, but if we discard a non-land, it'll do 2 damage to each opponent, so that's fine. It's a Tormenting Voice with a bonus shock on it. Running 3 Lightning Strikes and 2 Viashino Pyromancers. Love to see this friend back. Comes with a shock. In our higher drop slots, things get a little strange. We're running 3 Flick-a-Coins, which is a card I just enjoy, but 1 damage, make a treasure, draw a card for 3 mana, ends up being 2 mana, because the treasure is a rebate in a way, to do a damage and draw a card. So this is one of our ways of drawing cards other than just Grab the Prize. And yeah, sometimes this can end up being like damage to a creature that will take out, a blocker and let us get in with our Pyromancer, something like that. Other times it's just 1 damage to the face plus a card draw. That's fine. Similarly, we've got Tweeze, which is from Lorben Eclipsed. It's 3 mana to do 3 damage to any target, and we can discard a card to draw a card. It's not ideal. I tried running more copies of this, and it's just ultimately not that great compared to some of our other cards, especially in our 3-drop slot, so we're just running 1 of them. Same is true of Vindictive Warden, which we can play for just 2 and a red, which is mostly what we're doing in this deck. For a 2/3 Menace creature with Firebenning 1, and we can just use it as a mana sink to do damage to our opponent. Again, not ideal of our cards, but it gives us a way to know what to throw away with Grab the Prize and Tweeze if we don't need it. Similarly is Panicked Altasaur. Panicked Altasaur is, we'll just open it up big, is 5 mana for a 4/5 dinosaur with reach that we can tap to shock our opponent every turn. Usually we don't get this out. Usually we're throwing this away and just using our burn. But if the game does go long somehow and, we need something on the board, the Altasaur is fine. What we really care about is our Flame Lash, which should not be legal in Standard, but it's from the Bloomburrow starter decks, so it's technically part of the Bloomburrow set, so it's technically in Standard. It's a 4 mana red instant, 4 damage to any target, so that's just 20% of our opponent's life right there. We're running 4 of these. Our last spell is just Mongoose Lizard, 4 and double red for a 5/6 Menace Mongoose Lizard. When it enters, it does 1 damage to any target. That sounds great, but we're typically mountain cycling this because we're running 20 lands, and this just helps us smooth things out just a little bit. So yeah, going to find a land for it, or we have a nice body that does burn something when it comes in. Other than that, we're running 16 mountains, and each of the 4 red crime lands from Thunder Junction because they do a damage to things. And why am I running all 4 of these rather than like 4 Jagged Barons? Well, it's more fun this way. We're playing Midweek Magic. Nothing here matters. We're just here to have a good time. So let's get into our gameplay and see if we can melt some faces. In case you're wondering, the deck list is linked in the video's description. Should have mentioned that a minute ago, but here we go. All right, into game one, we are against Blood Spectre. All right, this hand is not the best, but we'll keep it, sure. Pretend it's worth keeping. We'll Jagged Barons our opponent, say hello back to them after we poke them. All right, that's all right with me. We can, let's just Pyromancer to start things off so they get an idea of what we're about. Next turn we will grab the prize from them, or from ourselves perhaps. Burst Lightning is just better than Shock, so it's fine for us to throw away Shock. Alright, they Caustic Exhale our Pyromancer, that's fine. It's sort of like that makes our Pyromancer a, you know, tap your mana, discard a card, and take 2 damage for 2 mana from us. So we'll grab the prize, discarding a Shock, shocking them anyway. Oh, and we've got a Firebrand we can come in with, and so we will. It's turn 3, at the start of their turn 3, and they're already at 14. We're doing fine. We'll see what comes up next. Maybe it's a dragon, we can Flame Slash and just sort of slow them down. Maybe, oh, they Caustic Exhale again, that's fine with me. They're spending their turn doing stuff that does not hurt us. So we'll just pass so we can Flame Slash on their turn if we want to. Alright, they Forest Cycle Rocksteady. Rocksteady is a 7/7. Okay, they can't be blocked by more than one creature. Seems good. Zoo Escapees, so we're escaping from the zoo here. Let's do this. We're going to Flame Slash their face. Then pass into... I say we shock their Zoo Escapees so that we can Plasma Bolt for 3. That seems good. This leaves the battlefield. They make a mutagen. That's fine. We're allowed to Plasma Bolt now. Since we've triggered Voids, something left the battlefield, we can do 3 damage. That's okay. Running out of gas here, but hopefully we'll draw something that's non-land in our next turn. I feel like we don't want to... We don't want to Burst Lightning their face right now because we may need to deal with Bebop. But we'll see what comes up. Alright, Abraded Bluffs is not what I was hoping for, but we can keep going. If we draw another shock of some sort, then we can Burst Lightning their face, and they're quite low. In fact, we might want to do that anyway, honestly. We can't Burst Lightning Bebop anymore, but that's okay. Bebop is just a 6/5 menace, which is still quite big. This is going to be a bit of a close game, it looks like. Alright, they're Force Cycling another Rocksteady. Of course, we might draw another Flame Lash right here. Nope, we did not. That's okay. We can Burst Lightning their face for 5 mana, doing 4 damage. And then 2 more. And does that win us the game? Or do they have instant speed life gain? They do not. Good game, Blood Spectre. Sometimes burn will get you there. You just gotta go fast. Alright, ooh. Great art. Love that. Alright, our first prize is... Ooh, it's a mythic. It's Geralf the Fleshright. Ah, from OTJ. Very cool. Gross. Alright, let's keep going on. Try to melt some more faces. Okay. Game 2 against Nod Trio. I am not expecting terrific results with this deck. Ooh, especially this hand. But we're going to keep it. We're going to play the Eroded Canyon to make them think we're on Izzet colors. It's kind of nice to run all of the crime lands, because that way they don't know what we're up to. We will play this mountain, and I think we're going to Mountain Cycle our Mongoose Lizard on their turn. They opt. Seems good. Right, they're just going to pass, so we're just going to cycle our lizard. Ooh, we got a mountain anyway. Alright, we'll play this with Vindictive Warden. Maybe that'll make them think that we're up to something important. Or it'll at least get the counterspell out of their hand. There it is. Okay, this may be just straight up a control deck, which is not ideal for us. Can we tweeze them? Let's find out. If so, we will bottom the Altasaur. Actually, if they're a control deck, let's bottom the Shock. Alright. Bluffs. Put them at 15. We might be able to play this Altasaur, I don't know. At some point they're going to play a threat, is my hope. Revive the Esper is something like a threat. We'll play our Altasaur. They may have removal for it. They probably do with this many cards in hand, but it just makes a 3/3 or a 5/5 if they flash it back. Got it. But we can use the Altasaur to block. We can use it to shock them. We've got 2 Plasma Bolts in hand, which is pretty sweet. All right, they're drawing all the cards. Yeah, we're not gonna... Okay. I think we're gonna attack with our Altasaur. See if they want to trade their... Or chump, I should say. Alright, here's Jagged Barons. And we're going to pass. The Altasaur doing 4 is a lot better than being able to block and just doing 2. Because we don't care that much about our own life total. Okay, bounced. That's fine with me. They attack, we go to 17. They are holding up mana so that we can counter our Altasaur. Fine with me. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, we'll keep waiting. Maybe they've got another unsummon. I don't think we're in a great position to let this game go on super long. But I don't want to run out of gas either. Unable to scream is totally fine with me. We'll take our damage. Go to our turn. We can still attack, but we can't really do anything about it. It's a shame. I don't want to... Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to Burst Lightning their robot. See if that works. Maybe it will. It does. Which lets us Plasma Bolt for 3 to the face. Twice. Now we've spent our mana. Yeah. They can counter this if they want. They're welcome to. Okay, sounds fine. That means they don't get to crack their clue this turn. I wish they could have cracked their clue, which would have turned on our Plasma Bolt, but Plasma Bolt is a sorcery, and they were going to just wait till our end step anyway. Alright, they've got a 3/3 flyer. We can flick a coin at their face. We'll see if they want to counter this. They do not. We've got a shock in hand. That's alright. I think we will pass. Alright, they get their clue cracked. A lot of cards in hand, opponent. A lot of mana. And a flyer we can't deal with. And another flyer we can't deal with. They get to loot. Still got 4 cards in hand now. Ooh. And that was another Revive the Esper, so they can flash things back. I'm going to hold on to the shock because we might be able to throw it away for something. A little Fanatical Firebrand. And just pass the turn. The Firebrand is another potential point of damage for us. Yeah, they can do 6 in the air for us, and this may kill us. We may not have it here. Revive the Esper for another robot. Okay. Well, They do some more looting. I think we're just going to shock here, because the likelihood of us getting another... Well, we might get a grab the prize, and that might even help us. I guess we hold on to the shock. I hate to do it. Doesn't really matter that much. Well, we're going to sacrifice the firebrand if they're going to try and make it unable to scream. They're down to 5. We just need a little more damage. We don't have it. Good game, opponent. If we had gotten another plasma bolt, would have been great, because then we could have sacrificed our treasure to it to cast it. But that's okay. That's what happens when you play red. Sometimes you don't get there. Definitely let it go on for a while. Like I mentioned in the deck tech. Okay, this is game 3 against Inferno 94. Like I mentioned in the deck explanation, this is okay. I love playing red, but I don't really play just RDW kind of decks. So my instincts are always to remove their threats rather than go after their life total. Alright, Clockwork Percussionist essentially draws them a card. But if I Burst Lightning it here, and that also lets me Plasma Bolt, they get land, that's fine. In all likelihood, they already had some land. Okay, nothing. We get our mountain, which means we can flick a coin, draw another card. We get more land, but that's okay. We can use our Plasma Bolt here. Going into their third turn, they've got 13 life. Okay, they thrill the possibility. Get rid of a land, find another land, or have another land at least. They're on par with us, but we've got 6 life ahead. Okay, we've got 4 life ahead. That's fine too. Alright, we're going to flick a coin to get rid of their Pyromancer this time. Because it'll make a treasure and thereby give us the mana we need to cast Lightning Strike if we need to. And maybe they've got a way to sacrifice their Pyromancer. I'm not sure. Nope. Alright, we've still got more land. We're doing fine. We're just going to pass. This is a little bit of a mirror match. Not perfect yet, but... Alright. We're going to give them what they gave us. Pyromantically, let's hit them, not ourselves. We'll play our mountain and we'll pass. Holding up these lightning strikes may be helpful to us, we'll see. Alright, they flame lash us. Sure. Just waiting for them to play an X3 or smaller so that we can lightning strike it and get rid of them. Alright, they burst lightning. That's fine. And they've got a lava runner. That seems good for them, but we can lightning strike it. When it dies this turn, manifest dread. I think we get rid of it. I don't think we need to give them the card advantage. Maybe they've got another turn inside out. If they do, they still need to get to manifest dread once. That's okay with me. We're a little behind now, but I don't mind it. Okay, no cards from them either. So we've got an Altasaur. I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with this. They probably have multiple burn spells, but then that's us 2 for 1-ing them. Okay, Flame Lash to our face. Interesting. Well, you know what attacking with the Altasaur is. It's also a Flame Lash. We've got a Firebrand. we're going to attack with our Altasaur. They block with the Firebrand, doing a damage to us. That's okay with me. We will Flame Lash them on their end step. Burst Lightning, okay. Well, we're getting pretty low. So they may have us. We'll see if they draw another Burst Lightning or something. Guess not. We can Flame Lash them, though, at this point. We're done. Good game, opponent. Good game, Inferno 94. All right. That's how Burn is played. I mean, I'm sure I made terrible mistakes when it comes to playing this kind of deck. It's just not something I play a lot. But let me know in the comments all of the criticisms you have for me. I'd love to learn a little bit more about how this works, and you know, I'm sure other people would be interested to know as well. All right, our next prize is another mythic. It's the Legend of Kuruk. This is such a cool card. Waterbend 20, take an extra turn. So cool. All right, let's keep going. Ooh. Straight into game 4 against Prosthesis. All right. This sand is okay. We can do this. Dynamite Driver on 1. Oh, okay, we're on the draw. We'll see how this goes. I was thinking Dynamite Driver on 1, grab the prize, discarding Shock on 2 via Shino Pyromancer the next turn. We'll see how this goes. If it goes. Our opponent's having us wait, so we'll just enjoy... Oh, okay. I was gonna say we were gonna just enjoy the Wilds of Eldraine board. Do they have a 1-drop in green? Okay. Well, we've drawn another mountain, so we'll play our Dynamite Driver, or Diver. It's Ether Drift, so I keep assuming it's a driver, but it's diving. Okay. We're going to go ahead and attack with our Diver. They let it through. So I think, as opposed to what we were going to do, we're going to play this Firebrand and take out their Archer. Pass the turn. Okay, we're bushwhacking for a bush. That sounds good. We've got a 2-drop. Maybe a shockable one? Nope, we're just passing. Sounds good. In that case, I'm going to get rid of our shock, but first let's attack. Alright, grab the prize, discarding shock. And we've got another diver. It's our only other diver. I believe we're only running 2, yeah. So maybe they think we're all in on Divertron. Okay. Here's the plan. We're going to attack with our divers. We're going to Mountain Cycle our Mongoose Lizard. We're going to use the mana from the mountain we get to play our Pyromancer, and we're going to pass the turn. Pyromancer. They are down to 12. And they've got plenty of mana, and they're in, so far, mono green. Maybe they're off a color, and that's what the challenge is for them. 5 mana, and that's it. Good game, Prosthesis. Sorry you didn't get to play whatever your other color was, but that's how it goes sometimes. All right. That is our 3rd win, and we get a prize which is a cosmetic this time, and is going to be Ooze Spill. Gross. This is Baxter Stockman, I think, who's getting mutated. Yeah. Wow. Svetlin Velinov. Just a great magic artist doing Ninja Turtle stuff. All right. Well, let's keep playing. Why not? This is a rad piece of art. I don't remember what this thing's called. One of these sharks that they've got several of in the Ninja Turtle set. Seems cool. All right. This is game 5 against Mrs. Grandpa. All right. Yeah, sure. We can grab the prize, discarding Tweeze on turn 2. Hold up a shock. All right, they go to 6. They've got the Mutavault Explorer or Mutable Explorer sleeves. Little changeling friend that makes a Mutavault. Very cool. Shock Brigade cannot be shocked. Interesting. Seems like a flavor fail. I'm not going to question it though. Just going to grab the prize. I am going to throw away a Pyromancer though, because we might want to tweeze away that Shock Brigade. And if we do, I think we toss our Driver, maybe, or our Shock. Yeah, probably good. Eerie Auntie. Okay, it's just a 2/2 that comes with a 1/1. All right, so they're sort of a go wide aggro deck. That seems fine. Let us tweeze the Shock Brigade, discarding our own Shock. All right. So we've got some creatures. Got a Felidar Savior, which will make its friends bigger, but we can get rid of it. I don't think we're going to win this one. I think they're too heavily on the board already. But what we can do is... Let's see. Firebrand. Burst Lightning to kill the token. Plasma Bolt to kill the Lifelinker. Dynamite Driver to get another friend. Okay. That'll be alright with me. Alright, Compassionate Healer. When it becomes tapped, they gain a life and scry 1. Life gain is bad for us. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let the Elder Auntie kill our diver. It will die and do a damage to the healer. We'll let them do anything else they want to do. Doesn't matter, we can respond to it with Firebrand. Okay, and we have just enough mana to play our Altasaur, which can deal with this Auntie. Maybe this will stabilize us. Dazzling Angel is really annoying. We're going to have to do something about that. Plasma Bolt is a way to do something about that. Just not yet. You have to have something die first. Or leave the battlefield somehow. Eventually we will, though. We can also block with our Altasaur. Reluctant Dune Guard. When another creature enters, it gets bigger. So we might want to Plasma Bolt it, but I think the Angel is more of a threat for us. Then again, maybe they just attack into our 4/5 Reacher. You never know. Sometimes Secret Reach will win the game. Ooh, that's a dangerous attack. We've already seen that they do some combat tricks. So I think we just chump block here. Looks like they didn't have one, though. Okay. Alright, well, Altasaur to their face. We've got a Lightning Strike. Let's use it. And we'll Plasma Bolt the Dune Guard and just keep holding up our Altasaur. We did that because the Dune Guard can become a 4/4 eventually. Another Angel, that's a shame. Oh well. What's the likelihood that they have a pump spell here? Reckless Ransacking is 2 mana. We're gonna take a chance. Doing okay. Maybe they've got a 2-drop removal spell, though. There it is. They've got Plasma Bolt of their own. Well, we can at least bring them down to 13 before they take away our dinosaur. We've got Flick a Coin. Flick a Coin. Huh. Okay. Flick a Coin is... There are so many spells that we have that'll just do 2 damage. I don't mind just taking 2 in the air to the Angel. I'd rather have a little bit more of a guarantee that we... Okay. Double Flick, huh? It's just not great for us. Let's keep going. We'll take another 2 in the air. Maybe they gain 1 in the process. Maybe we can kill something that they play. No, it's a shock. So we are not doing great here. We're down to 7. Alright, let's see. Nothing helpful. We're going to go for it. Flick a coin. It's a bad time. Flick a coin. Does our entire gambit fail to pay off? It doesn't. We're okay. We can Fanatical Firebrand, having 3 for 1 to ourselves, but at least we got rid of their Angel. And now, do they draw a better threat when we're out of gas? Nope. And we can actually play our Mongoose Lizard. I don't think I've played this even once during testing of this deck. Alright. 5-6 Menace should do some work for us. We'll see what they've got. Vanguard Seraph. Can we race them? I think we can. 5 damage. They do 3 on us. Okay. It can give them life. Alright. We've won. We go ahead and attack with our lizard. And flame lash them for lethal. Good game, Mrs. Grandpa. Sweet. That's fun. This is just a different style of deck that, I don't know, maybe this is played a lot more than I think it is. Maybe people follow the advice that if you don't know what to play, just build a red deck wins deck and, you know, try and burn your opponents out. I just don't play it that often, but I'm sure having fun with it. At least in Pauper. Okay, this is game 6 against Lukdan. Lukdan? Perhaps. Okay, this is something. Sure, we'll give it a shot. Let's turn off the lights. Let's start with our Fanatical Firebrand since it's got haste, so we can just guarantee some damage. I kind of want to grab the prize and throw away our Dynamite Diver. It's not my favorite card in the deck, so that's what we'll do. Okay, that suits me. Oftentimes when we grab the prize, we throw away a shock, so we just found a shock. So we've got an Outlaw Medic, so we can't really do... Oh, we can tweeze it if we want to. Let's do that. It will draw them a card, but at least it gets it out of our way. Throwing away shock. Okay, we got a Burst Lightning, that's fine. But that card that they drew from it is just replacing the card that they cast, so we sort of time walked them. Alright, Inspire. Ironpaw Aspirant is now a 2-3, so it looks like we're not doing terrific here. What am I thinking? I think we need mana. I think we're gonna Mountain Cycle this lizard. And we'll just pass for now. We can Burst Lightning plus the Fanatical Firebrand, either its ability or its power, to kill the Aspirant. When this attacks, Surveil 1. I think what we're going to do is we're going to block here, activate the Firebrand, go face, and then we just pass. Okay, we can grab the prize again. That's a little tempting. I think instead we're going to flick a coin at the Ironpaw Aspirant and then Burst Lightning it to kill it. Okay, got some mana. Let's grab, or let's Burst Lightning the sucker. And we can still grab the prize. Do they have a pump spell? I assume they do. Otherwise they wouldn't have been... Oh, very nice. Okay. Well, at least we got some food. It's not usually something we see. We're going to throw away this Vindictive Warden. Another grab the prize. That's not what we need. Okay, we'll see how this plays out. I mean, they attack here, they get to surveil, and we go to 16, which is totally fine. They leave it on top, and they play nothing. Okay. Well, we have an eroded canyon. I hate to throw away our Flame Lash with grab the prize, but maybe we ought to. I'm just going to wait. If they try to make one of their creatures bigger, I will Flame Lash it in response. If we have to take 2 more, that's us taking, or take 4 more. Tempest Hawk. Search for more Tempest Hawks. Okay. Is this a Tempest Hawks deck? Alright, we're gonna just take the damage, I think. We'll Flame Lash their face in response. We are at 6, I suppose. We've got a Plasma Bolt. Unless we want to use our food. I think we hold off and we do that next turn. Grab the prize really gives us some good options though. So if we grab the prize, we've got 4 mana. Crack the food, we're at 2 mana. Plasma Bolt for 3 more. I think that's fine. Let's do that. Gain some life. Actually, if we just Plasma Bolt, then we're doing fine, and as long as they don't gain life, we can Flame Lash them next turn. And if they do gain life, that's too bad. They've got a chance to surveil. Doing okay. They can find another Tempest Hawk if they wish. They do. Do they play it? They do. And that is all we have to do. Flame Lash, unless they've got some kind of instant speed life gain? Maybe they do. They investigate. They crack the clue, and that's it. Good game, Luke Dunn. Okay. That was alright. It's a fun deck. I'm enjoying it, at least. I'm not trying to sell it to you, viewers, but I'm having a good time here. Alright, going into Game 7, we are up against Zucktal with a Theraphor avatar. This seems okay. We can deal with this. We're on the play, so of course we start with our Firebrand. And maybe next turn we have to Mountain Cycle our Lizard, but that's alright. Start with the Firebrand, swing right in. Originally from original Ixalan, I believe. Ooh, got a Jagged Barrens. I think we hold off on the Barrens, and we just play our Mountain here, and we'll pass, because we might want to Lightning Strike something. You never know. They are also on red, it looks like. Impact Tremors, pretty good. It's going to be a little trouble for us. I considered running Impact Tremors, but ultimately decided not to. We'll play a Mountain, and we'll just get in with our Firebrand again. We're doing it this way so that we can flick a coin if they play an X1, which they did not. So another... This is also Impact Tremors, so we can Lightning Strike this, and we will. Get that out of my way. We got some other kind of trick for us. Oh, you're going to Burst Lightning our own creature. That's fine. I do not mind that. Because your spells do damage, but our lands do damage. We'll pass to do the flick a coin thing again. if we are able to. We can. Great. When it dies, it leaves a rat that can't block, which is a little annoying. Do they have something better that they want to play before they attack with this? Better for us to kill, that is. I'm not over here criticizing your Wilds of Eldraine common, because we're going to attack or deal with it with our own Wilds of Eldraine common. Alright, we got a backwoods. So another impact tremor damage to us. We don't need to use our shock or our burst lightning here to deal with it. Well, we've got some though. In fact, that's all we've got. So we're just going to pass, I suppose. Hopefully we can get rid of something. Their impact tremors is doing a good job for us. They have something they can... Okay, thrill a possibility. Seems good. They throw away a dragon. Ooh, Stormshriek Feral. Alright. Kind of surprised that they threw that away rather than just using Flush Out. But, sure. I'll take the 1. Residian Elder. Okay. That's annoying, making black mages for us. But I think we're going to take that black mage out, because I don't need them using a bunch of spells to just keep pinging us the way Impact Tremors is. Alright, we've got a Pyromancer. Pyromancer's pretty good. And we're going to pass the turn, because we can turn our Pyromancer plus a Burst Lightning into a block on the Basidian Elder and get rid of it. Stormshriek Feral. Oh, they're doing the Flush Out. Okay. Seems to be taking my advice. What else you got for us, opponent? Alright, Burst Lightning on our Pyromancer. That's fine. We can also Burst Lightning, though, to their face for 4 damage, which I think we will, just to show them that we're not afraid. They've got more instant speed interaction, though. More shocks. Alright. Well, I guess that's what we're doing this game, just shocking our opponent a lot. Because they've got another Thrill of Possibility. Okay. Oh, they're running Goblin Surprise. Wow. So we got to be watching out for this. Harried Spearguard again. Okay. We are at 9. We're at 8 right now. But they're at 5 if we go face with this. Or no, they're not. They're at 3 if we go face with this. They've got one more card in hand. We'll see what they do with it. Alright, we're going to Burst Lightning again to try and get them down. We're in a serious race here. And if they get another Goblin Surprise, we do lose. Abraded Bluffs does not help us. We're just going to pass. We're going to hold up our shock. Because if they do get another Goblin Surprise, we can stop something before it kills us. Okay, they drew a land, it looks like. Yep. She's going to take the 3. We're at 5. They might just have burn. Let's see what they do. Hope we draw some burn. We did. Awesome. See if they have some way to kill us before we can kill them. Maybe? Maybe they've got something. This is the last chance. Firebending Lesson. Good game, opponent. Ping us for 1 with Impact Tremors, and that is game. That was fun. Sometimes you just throw a deck together, and it works for you. That's a good feeling. I did spend some time, putting this together, I guess, but when the event schedule says we're doing one thing that I don't have to prepare for, and then suddenly we're doing something I have to prepare for, you just have to pivot. All right, this is going to be game 8 against Wrestling with a Sig avatar. All right, this is okay, sure. It's not my favorite hand, but it's all right. We're going to start with our Firebrand just to get in. We can play our backwoods next turn. And we will. Let them think we're in Gruul colors. This is the second opponent we've seen with this Lorben Eclipsed friend as their sleeve. Resentful Revelation. Look at the top 3. 2 in the graveyard, 1 in hand. Looks like we're doing maybe some life gain shenanigans. Alright, we've got an Abraded Bluffs. Now they think we're in Naya colors. Right. Attack with the Firebrand and pass. We can shock any kind of Healer's Hawk that they bring out. Marauding Blight Priest we are going to want to shock, because this is definitely a life gain deck. Unsavory. Alright, we've got our Pyromancer. 2 damage to their face. Attack with our Firebrand. Play a Mountain and pass the turn. If we get another land, we maybe play our Altasaur. They've got another Blight Priest. Well, that's okay. We have another shock for it. And we do have a land. Let's go ahead in for 3. And let's play this Altasaur. Maybe they've got a Murder in hand. But it seems like they've missed some land drops, so maybe they continue to. They use their Murder, and we keep just having it trickle down a little bit. Oh. Force us to lose our creature. That's fine. Well, we attack for 3. We will pass. So right now, I think we have lethal, because we just Lightning Strike them on their end step and then Burst Lightning them on our turn. Yeah, it looks like. All right. Well, Lightning Strike them. Pass. Kick Burst Lightning. Good game, opponent. Good game, Wrestling. Yeah, alright. Having fun. That was game 8. So let's do 2 more. I think we're doing fine so far. We've only lost 1 game so far, so we're kind of due for another one, if you want to think of it's a little bit of gambler's fallacy here. But I mean, we're playing a card game. I think that's alright. Okay, going into game 9, we have Tabby Tosser 59 as our opponent. A Dauntless Drafter. Okay, a 1 mana, or a one land hand is not what I'm looking for. This is better. We will lose Shock. Even though we can't yet play Flick a Coin, the fact that it gives us the ability to make a treasure, which we can then cast with Plasma Bolt with, is just very powerful. Alright, another Lightning Strike. This is not great. Would like to have a little something to the board, but we're not running that many creatures anyway. Alright, they've got the Pangolin. Interesting. Alright, we're going to let them have that Pangolin. Another Plasma Bolt. Not what I was hoping for. Well, let's sort this out. Guidelight Optimizer. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, sure. So do they pay for the Pangolin? If they do, we Lightning Strike it. Seems alright. Maybe a land? Yeah. We can flick a coin now. Put them off their mana. Use our own treasure to Plasma Bolt their face. And we can do the same thing next turn if they have another X1. Mouser Foundry. Enters or leaves, makes a 1/1. Oh, and then a 1/1 that comes with a 1/1. Alright. Well, that's alright. We can sure get rid of one of these at least. Play ourselves a Firebrand. Play ourselves a Plasma Bolt. And pass. Would like to be a little bit farther along than we are now, but it's alright. Gold Vein Pick. Okay. Well, that equips for 1. Yeah. At least it doesn't give them trample. So here's what we're going to do. We block the 2/2. We activate the Firebrand to kill their other 1/1. So we don't take any damage and they don't get any treasure. Alright. Still just getting... All we have is burn. And they've got lots of mana. I don't know why they need more. Maybe they just like it. Well, we'll take the 2. They can make their treasure. And we're going to Burst Lightning them for 4. And pass. Another Burst Lightning for 4 is maybe in our future. That's not nothing. They can activate their Master Foundry, do 3 to us. Does it do 3 to a creature? So us not playing creatures is pretty good for us, right? They've got 2 more 1/1s, but those can't attack this turn. So maybe they attack in, they just get their treasure after the 2 damage. We're at 16. They've got 6 mana available. Gear Seeker Serpent is pretty good. It is a real race. 4 damage to their face. If we get another Lightning Strike, we're just done. We got a Fanatical Firebrand. That is something. It can block their Serpent. Unless they want to activate their Serpent, in which case they can do so. Idol of the Deep King to do 2 damage to any target. Will it be us or will it be our Firebrand? It will be our Firebrand, so we are going to hit them in the face for 1. Which means we're 2 away. We just got to draw a Shock or a Burst Lightning or something along those lines. We've seen... Or another Plasma Bolt even, that would be fine. Idol of the Deep King, it snaps on as equipment. And they use Cryogen Relic to craft it so they draw another card. That's cool. So making their Gear Seeker Serpent into a 7/6. So doing 11 damage here. We're just taking it. Just see what the Magic Gods will give us. Ooh, and they could cast something else. We're going to just Lightning Strike their face and hope for the best. Mongoose Lizard will not do it. We will just Mountain Cycle it and give them a good game. Get our Mountain, play our Mountain, and let them kill us. Good game, Tabby Tosser 59. And that was game 9. We'll play one more. See how it turns out for us, and then we'll call it a night. What's great about Pauper for this kind of event is everyone's got common wild cards. All right, game 10 against S Templar, or maybe Stemplar, 206. This hand's good. We can do this. We're on the draw. Ooh, I'm gonna start from opt. All right. Well, we're gonna Firebrand and swing in. The Raz Dazzler is here. Amazing. We're gonna shock it so we can get in with our Firebrand. And then we will Plasma Bolt, since the Raz Dazzler's gone, their face. Sure wish Bolt Wave was legal in this format, but it is an uncommon. Ilvoy Operative. We can kill that with our Flick a Coin. Unless they play another spell right now. Which they can. And I don't know why they're not. Ooh. Okay. That was just to tap it. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of the operative and use Flick a Coin to make some treasure and draw us a card. I think we use our treasure for the driver. No reason to hold on to it since we don't have another Plasma Bolt in hand. Quick Study seems good. They've already played a land for this turn, so they have a 1-drop. Next turn, we can start Flame Lashing their face. Okay. Another Flick a Coin, actually. Maybe that's even better. They want to tap down our diver? They do not. They got a flash creature? Take the fall. Oh, it just makes it so it does no damage. That seems fine. We'll see what they need on their turn. Tolarian Terror is horrible for us. So, Otter Penguin. Okay. Otter Penguin we can flick a coin at to draw another card. Get a shock is good. I suppose. Okay, we can tweeze here. Let's tweeze their face. I guess that's what you normally tweeze. Tweeze away this mountain. We get a lightning strike. That's good. I think we pass. These spells we can cast at instant speed. We could use one more mana to cast our whole hand, but we don't have to. Draw your second card, and until end of turn, this is a 3/3 that can't be blocked. Okay, that seems good. Enter the Enigma. Can't be blocked this turn. Okay, that's fine. We probably were going to block it, but at least they use that on this turn rather than a turn where the penguins can actually attack as well. All right, we're going to... it's a hard question, but I think we're going to lightning strike them. Flame Lash is pretty good. I think we pass. If they can't draw an extra card, which maybe they can't. If they can, Mental Modulation. They got their extra card. That's a shame. So we're taking 11. So we're at 4, unless they've got some kind of pump. Now, assuming they don't have counter spells, I think we can still win this one, maybe? Okay, they got the Razzdazzler. We're going to Flame Lash them. Counterspell? No. If we draw a land, then we're okay. We don't have to draw a land. We attack with the Dynamite Diver. They either... Ooh, okay. They let us attack. If it does damage or dies, we're okay. Awesome. Retributive Strike. Flame Lash to their face. And, do we have it? Do they have a counterspell? We got there. Good game, Stimplar 206. That was great. All right. We have an 8-2 record for tonight. Pretty fun. As usual, I always like to advocate. I guess I don't do it enough, but oh, it's both Chandra. Very nice. Midweek Magic is always fun. This is not one of the events where it asks a lot of you. I mean, events where you have like a Phantom Draft or something, it asks nothing of you. Things like the Brawl Builder challenges, you have to build your own deck at least, or find a deck like someone like me may have made online. But then you've got to craft all those cards. This is Pauper. Everyone's got a boatload of common wild cards, or generally do, if they aren't making, if they've just been playing the game for a little bit. So being able to craft this kind of deck is very simple. It doesn't cost you the cards that you care about that much, because you usually care more about your rares or sometimes uncommons. So yeah, this is pretty fun. And, you can come melt some faces. So that should do it for tonight, everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to be notified about my deck videos going up, or my Midweek Magic videos going up, any of the videos. And remember, most of all, that Magic is fun. You should play more Magic.